putting you in the picture.
Victoria Park, home to peacocks, beautiful gardens and now its very own art centre. What started life as a gatekeeper's lodge has been lovingly restored by a group of local artists and will now be used for creative projects involving children and community groups. The project is the brainchild of local artist Mark Lewis, who says it was a realisation of a personal dream of his.
Yeah, it's been something that many artists would love to do, you know, create their own art centre and make it accessible to many artists rather than certain criteria. This one I've made it a non-profitable community-based initiative. It's for people without portfolio. You can just come in, just have to have enthusiasm and a good idea behind you.
The Victorian building hasn't been used since it was gutted by fire 5 years ago, and the group pay rent to the council to use it. They also receive funding of £50,000 from the single regeneration budget to get the scheme up and running.
We say it's not open to students because they have lots of facilities in their own place. You know, if you're an ex-student or you just want to do something outside of college, that's fair enough. But it's mainly for people, community, whether it's, you know, OAPs, kids on referral, excluded from school, lone parents, ethnic minorities, refugees, everyone who doesn't usually have the privileges of everyone else.
The major refurbishment started in January this year and includes the creation of a gallery, 2 studios, a workshop and a multimedia suite. A varied programme of events and exhibitions will provide a fresh focus for Portsmouth cultural life, while a new coffee shop will provide more practical refreshments for visitors to the site.
It's called the Real Good Coffee Shop. These people who had the Real Good Food Cafe, you know, healthy foods and reasonable rates, they'll be taking it over. So it's not, you know, it's not junk food like McDonald's. It's decent, healthy food with great coffee. We've got a good coffee machine, which is does all the proper lattes and all the other cappuccinos.
It is hoped the launch of the scheme will lead many future generations to explore their creativity in an idyllic setting. This is Leslie O'Brien for Portsmouth Television News in Victoria Park.
Putting you in the picture.
Okay, it's 3 workshops at the Lodge in Victoria Park. It's anti-commercial creative Christmas presents. Anyone on low income or got a Portsmouth City leisure card, they can come in and they can make a 5-minute film of their family or Christmas cards if they bring in their photos, personalised photos. You can do canvas painting, portraits. You can also do willow branch Christmas tree making, glass painting, and lantern making. And that will all be for the grand finale at the end on the 21st at 2:30. Outside in the park we have a Christmas tree all decorated, 15 carol singers all dressed in Victorian clothes, and musicians and mince pies and mulled wine. So please come along.
How long have you been coming here to the Art Centre?
Been coming here, I come to every week. I've been coming here for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I found out a bit about this, I gave it a try, and it's really good for concentrating and everything. I rapped then, I wrote these lyrics in my room, but you can't think straight in the room because it's such a sort of small place. I mean, ever since that I've been better on my lyrics.
So you really appreciate having this space to be able to come and use?
Yeah, there's a lot of space, and like, say you want to give it a break to get your mind back together, there's like other activities to do. It's really cool.
And lots of support from everybody else around you.
When you get stuck, they're like, you know what I mean? All you got to do is shout their name, they come straight to you and help you out.
The idea behind the Take a Commercial Break this Christmas, it's the idea of giving, presumably at Christmas,
Yep.
and the thought?
It's to reverse the ideals that Christmas is a commercial event, and it is really a time for reflection, giving, and not wasting money, which you haven't usually got on presents people don't particularly want, need or care for. So it's much more personalised if you come and make a present and then give that to your loved one, especially if it's a creative present.
You know, some people think we rap, we're not minding it, and we just spit these lyrics with nothing behind of it. So when you're lost and you're down, try finding it, because this is how it bounces, this is kind of it. You see some things, you miss scenes like Christine's dreams, so inside she screams, because thoughts...
These children are making their mark on their street.
I've been doing 2 flowers and a mushroom.
This is a community project to complete a street mural of Portsmouth. The elaborate map was created a few years ago, but the bottom part had become graffitied. The hope is that local children will now feel this is their mural.
We come over to the shops and to get some chips and stuff, and my mum will see it. I've written my initials on some as well.
The idea of children using colour, expressing themselves in the community. Pardon? Yes, it's in that big tin, the biggest one. And you get girls like Hayley here who is, you know, they're keen, enthusiastic, and they want to paint. They want to participate. It's the best thing we can be doing.
Mural art is flourishing in Portsmouth. The Art and Soul Traders team are responsible for around 20 murals across the city. They've declared this the mural capital of the South. All their work reaches out to the community. This project on the Buckland estate is bringing people of all ages together to improve the look of stairwells. The team's next project will be to produce colourful hoardings to enclose the Tricorn Centre before it's finally demolished.
Or what they'd like to see, what they'd like to see, what they envisage in an area like this. What would you do
with it?
Garden, for example.
The creative team say there's no end to the potential of mural art.
If you see grey everywhere, you will think grey, and it's very depressive for everyone involved. So yeah, we're here to spruce up the city in as many colours as possible.
For the people and sometimes by the people, street murals are providing a colourful celebration of life in Portsmouth. Bryony Leyland, BBC South Today.